Imagine it's 3 in the morning. A massive storm has just rolled through. Or maybe it's a regional grid failure. You pick up your phone and no signal. You check the internet. It's down. The infrastructure we rely on for every second of our digital lives has just vanished. In that moment of silence, there is a specific group of people who are just getting to work. They aren't waiting for the towers to come back up. They are the towers. Today we're talking about ARES, the Amateur Radio Emergency Service. And whether you're a seasoned ham or someone just looking into emergency prep, understanding ARES is the difference between being a bystander and being a lifeline. We're going to look at where the service came from, exactly what it does, and how you can join the ranks of those who keep the lines open when everything else fails. ARES didn't just happen overnight. It's built on nearly a century of trial and error. Back in the early 1930s, the American Radio Relay League, or ARRL, realized that radio amateurs were consistently the first ones on the scene during disasters. In 1935, they formalized this as the Amateur Radio Emergency Corps. The real test came during the Great Ohio River Flood of 1937. Thousands were stranded, and the traditional phone lines were literally underwater. Ham operators stepped in, relaying thousands of messages about medical supplies and missing persons. That event proved to the government that amateurs weren't just hobbyists, but they were a strategic national asset. Over the decades, AREC evolved into ARES. It was there for the 2003 North America blackout, Hurricane Katrina, and right up into the current challenges of 2026. The mission hasn't changed in 100 years. When the official system reaches their capacity or fails entirely, the amateur radio is the redundant layer that just doesn't quit. We aren't just talking into the void, we are providing the skeletal structure for emergency management to actually function. So what is ARES exactly? It isn't just a club, and it's not just a bunch of guys hanging out on a repeater. It's a corps of trained, licensed volunteers who have registered their equipment and their time for public service. Organizationally, it's broken down into a hierarchy to ensure things don't get chaotic. You have your section manager, your district emergency coordinator, and finally, the person you're likely to deal with the most, your local emergency coordinator, or EC. The core of ARES is its relationship with served agencies. This includes the Red Cross, the Salvation Army, local emergency operations centers or EOCs, and the National Weather Service. We don't go in and tell them how to do their jobs, we provide the pipe through which their information flows. When you hear the term traffic handling, that is the bread and butter of ARES. It's the process of taking a formal message and making a list of supplies needed at a shelter, and moving it from point A to point B with 100% accuracy, even if point A is like a basement and point B is 3 counties away. Joining ARES is more than just signing a paper, it's a commitment to being pro-ready. So here's the roadmap to doing that. Step 1 is the license. You must be a licensed amateur radio operator. If you don't have at least your technician's license yet, that is your first objective. It is the entry ticket to the frequencies we use for local emergency comms, primarily in the VHF and UHF band. Step 2, the training. This is what separates ARES from a regular radio club. Because we work with government agencies, we have to speak their language. That means taking FEMA's Incident Command System courses, or ICS courses, which is IS 100 Introduction to ICS, IS 200 Basic ICS for Initial Response, IS 700 or Introduction to NIMS or National Incident Management System, and IS 800 or National Response Framework. Now, these are free, they're online, and they give you the foundation to operate within a professional emergency environment. And then you have step 3, the ARES Talkbook. This is your rank system. As you complete tasks like programming a CTCSS tone into your handheld transceiver on the fly or demonstrating you can send a digital message, your EC signs off on them. You move from level 1 or entry to level 3 management. And then you have step 4, the hardware. You don't need a $5,000 rig to start. A solid dual band handheld like a Quanchang or an Anytone 878 is a perfect starting point. The goal is portability and reliability. You'll want to build a Go Kit, which is your radio, a spare battery, a high gain antenna like a roll-up J-pole, or including basic supplies for 72 hours as well for yourself. Then you have step 5, check in. You find your local Aries net. They usually meet weekly or on a local repeater. Listen in, and when they ask for new visitors or new members, key up and introduce yourself. And that's how you get your foot in the door. So why does this matter so much? Because in a stuff hits the fan scenario, or even a moderate disaster, communication is the first thing to degrade and the last thing to be restored. As a ham radio operator, you are decentralized. You aren't reliant on a multi-billion-dollar satellite network or a fiber optic cable that can be cut by a single backhoe. If you have a battery and a piece of wire, you're in business. But beyond the prepper aspect, being in Aries is about community stewardship. It's about taking the skills you've developed and using them to protect your neighbors. When the local town council or the county emergency manager is overwhelmed, the Aries team is the calm voice in the static. It provides an incredible sense of purpose to know that your hobby isn't just for fun. It's a critical component of national and local safety. Aries is the intersection of technical skill and public service. It's an opportunity to sharpen your radio skills while becoming a leader in your community's resilience plan. If you're watching this and you aren't licensed yet, make that your goal for this month. It is very simple, but you can take all of the courses online. You can take your test online. There's zero excuses. It's also super cheap for everything. It's less than $100 to get all of your licenses. But if you are licensed and you haven't joined Aries, reach out to your local EC. The grid is only as strong as the people who can work around it. So thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We've got some more technical breakdowns and field tests coming up your way soon. And always we talk about emergency preparedness, disaster preparedness, and everything else to help you keep your family safe no matter what. Until next time, stay prepared, stay connected, and I'll see you on the air. 73.